This is Nikkei, and welcome to today's broadcast. I'm here sharing insights and information about business development, and more specific to massage therapists. And we interview amazing, dynamic, and revolutionary massage therapists around the country and around the world, seeing how did they get into their profession, what unique attributes build their business, and how to be able for you to possibly model that. And today is no exception. I bring to you a special guest who's from Southern California. Her name is Danielle Rothenbuehler. She is the proud owner of Silver Liner Mobile Massage. I probably mispronounced that a little bit more. And we're going to learn a little bit more about who she is, because many of you probably have, or in the past, a mobile massage. Maybe you started out that way. But have you ever thought about being able to take not only just your table and your creams and your music? What if you were able to take the entire building and park it on somebody's lawn, or at a business park, at a medical center, or right there in the driveway? And today we're going to listen to Danielle as she tells us how she got started and how it's been growing ever since. So thank you very much, Danielle, and welcome to today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And I hope I pronounced that name correctly, right? Did I, or did I mispronounce it? I hate when I do that.
You corrected. It's correct.
Okay. Thank you very much. So if you have any questions for Danielle, because I suspect there's a lot of you who want to know how she got it, and I'm going to scroll her website real soon so that you can kind of look at her Airstream. But tell me, how did you decide to become a massage therapist? Let's start there first.
It was at least maybe 13, 14 years ago. I was just massaging family and friends. I was a stay-at-home mom. And I just decided I might as well just go to school for it and go ahead and just do it the right way and see how far I can get, because I love, taking care of people and seeing results and things like that.
Cool. So how now that you run a successful practice in California, let's segue into how did you decide to literally scale up and level up almost any massage therapy practice I've seen, at least in my region? Why did you go that route as opposed to just, grabbing your massage table and moving into, different rooms?
Oh, wow. There was a couple of times that going to people's homes, there's either not enough room, or there's not enough parking, or going upstairs to people's, upstairs in their room and carrying my bag. I also seen another trailer. I believe it was an Airstream. It's actually out here, but it was for nails. And it just brought up my idea I had before a couple of years back, that I wanted to do a mobile trailer massage, but this wasn't an Airstream. It was just a regular motor home. And ever since then, I just been looking, and somebody was like, I originally was going to get a school bus. And then I had somebody say, why don't you get an Airstream? And I'm like, what's an Airstream? And I seen it and fell in love with it. And I was like, that's it. So I searched and searched. And here I am now.
And here you are. So before, and then now you're like, okay, I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I tried to do a little research.
Yeah, but what was the most difficult component of of doing that Airstream? Because I guess Airstreamers are classic. I mean, they're like these silver bullets, and they're beautiful. I think they're the most beautiful trailers I've ever seen, just because of that design. But what made you go with that route as opposed to maybe picking a Winnebago?
Well, the way it looked, it just looks way better than that particular one, or a school bus.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted something that was going to catch somebody's eye.
Right.
And just having that shiny mirror. Everybody likes something that's shiny. So something that's going to attract somebody. It was just different. It was just very different. And I just wanted that. And plus I didn't want to drive. I wanted to pull it. So that was another thing.
Sure. And I'm gonna go ahead and show a couple of folks, because I don't have a picture of it, but I'm going to show your website. That way, if you want to go over there while we're talking and kind of get a good idea what an Airstream mobile massage looks like. So what would you say was the most difficult challenge of converting what traditional mobile massage into what amounts to is like the gold standard now?
What was the difficult? Finding somebody that knows about Airstreams. Um, are you talking about like as in design wise
Yeah,
or
design
just
wise, because I mean, you're a massage therapist. I don't know. Maybe you have a building background, or maybe you're handed with a Makita or a hammer or a drill, or like me, I can knock a few things, but that takes a whole different level of understanding to convert something like that.
oh, see, personally, I didn't do anything. Only thing that I did was me and my kids just basically gutted out when I first originally bought it. And then after that, it sat for a while because I was looking for somebody that can convert it
Mm-hmm.
into what I wanted. And I went through so many, I'm very indecisive. So it went from one thing to another until what it is today. Um, there's a there's a good amount of people that's out there. And so the people that I found, they were very knowledgeable of the Airstream, and they showed me a couple of pictures of what they used to do. But this was their first time doing like a mobile spa.
Mm.
So I put it all in their hands. And I
And
was
then
like, I just want something easy.
some easy and something. Now yours is fairly large. I mean, it's not, my uncle had one of the smaller ones, but you have something with a little bit of girth. Talk us through the different components, because yours has looks like a hand washing station in a waiting room area as well as a treating area. I guess it doubles up. What are
Mhm.
all the different components from, let's say, that from the front of it, from the bow to the stern?
So I know I have the area where I can put my massage table, and where I can put my what do you call it? The hot towel cubby. Let's see, the sitting area, because it is going to convert to doing nails and hair
Mm.
eventually down the line. It has a bathroom, um, AC. Uh, what else? Of course, cabinet space, Wi-Fi, TV. Let's see what else is in there.
You have everything in there.
Yeah, I have like the bare minimum. There's a couple of other stuff that I wanted in there, but it wasn't. I was like, let me start off with the small stuff first,
Right.
just to see, because I'm very new at this, but eventually I'll upgrade later
Mm.
on down the line.
So you said something about you're going to add in some nail tech, or someone to provide I guess nail techs. How is that
Mhm.
going to work? Are you going to kind of bring it in as an adjoining, or you're going to do, one day you're going to use nails on one and then another day on massage?
Yeah, so it'd be so say if I went to somebody's house, we can actually like rotate it. Sometimes people want to do a massage inside, or do the massage inside their house and do nail care out in the trailer. There's a part where I can put up mimosas and fruits and vegetables and cheese platter
Well, you're
and
doing it
have like
all.
the music. Yeah, for estheticians. My main thing is for corporate, so I can just sit out in a corporate office plaza and, do things like that. But I want to be open to everybody, not just corporate offices. So.
So as you're expanding now, when you say you want to, as you're new to it, are you looking to add more than one unit, or just, kind of modify the one you currently have?
Modified the one I currently have, but I do want to branch out and get more.
Mm.
I do, because I'm only one person, so hopefully I can get people on board, so I can have one down in San Diego, one in Los Angeles, because the drive is, I thought I can, yeah, I thought I can do it, but no. So I want to have a lot of station somewhere.
So is it that the thing is so large to kind of park it, or is it just a long drive between, maybe LA and San Diego, which is a long ride for Carolinians?
Yeah, it's a drive and you only can go 55 miles per hour on a trailer. So
It's a
It
long
just
time.
dragged.
It's a
So
long.
my first drive was like, oh, I was like, yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to get a couple of here and there.
Did you see cows kind of, going faster than you on the highway because you can only go 55 miles an hour?
Yeah, and you wanna go faster, and it's just like, oh yeah, I forgot that I have this thing on the back of my truck.
Exactly. It's not rated to go like, 80 miles down the road. That might cause an accident. So it,
Yes.
it, it does. Now switching into the corporate, have you started to, I know you're new at this, but have you started to kind of get a good following of, say you park it out at a corporate event in the parking lot and they come out, or have you found it more beneficial maybe at individuals' homes or in like a shopping center or almost like the food trucks? Which one do you find it much more beneficial, even though you're new at this, or have you not tried those different environments?
I had went to one health fair,
Mm-hmm.
and I was supposed to have went to another one the next day. Of course, I had got a flat tire and had to special order a tire. And then I had went to Carlsbad to do one over there, and I liked it over there. I just set up and had everything ready. Just work. It's just like working at a spa. You know, I prefer to go to like corporate offices because there's a lot of them, and you can get a lot of people
Mm.
at that one time versus going to somebody's home, trying to set up and trying to get a permit. They got to tell their neighbors what's coming out there.
Right.
It's a lot of rules and regulations, and it's messed up, but
But
you got to follow some of them.
some of them, but you're on untested land. I mean, literally, because you're doing things that very few other people in the country actually. I mean, yeah, there are other people who have it, but you're in
Hmm.
a very small, very specialized kind of field in that
Hmm.
you're mobile, which is not specialized so much. It is, but not so much. But then you have a moving, you're not a bus, you're a professional. And I've seen pictures of it, and I was like, man, whoever did this knew what they were doing. Cause that was like, to be perfectly honest, I was envious as crap. I was like,
I,
I want that idea. That was totally gangster. Sorry.
I I tell a lot of people it wasn't an overnight thing. It took me from start to finish maybe 3 years.
Wow. Okay.
The first year I had bought the trailer,
Mm-hmm.
and it just sat because the prices that I heard in trying to remodel it and everything that I seen online, it was just way up there. I was like, how in the heck, excuse me, am I going to afford this? How am I going to do this? Me being a single mom, yada, yada, yada. How I'm going to do it. So I just did a little bit at a time, paid for it. And I finally found somebody. They were willing to work with me, and got it done. So and I did the GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm.
I think only way that people can do really good with GoFundMe is if they know a lot of people and if they're very persistent with it, because it's mostly for sick people, but there are entrepreneurs that's on there. So, friends and family, if people that really have, what do you call that? Believe in your business, they will help you out.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a while, and it's still a lot of ins and out with stuff that I'm learning right now. So it's
Yeah.
not easy.
I remember you telling me the story. Tell our audience about the air conditioner story. Because I remember you telling me about the air conditioner and the different. It's different kind of air conditioners in those units depending on what kind of unit you have.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, my air conditioner unit. I need to go get a low profile one, because I have a pretty big one. It works, but I didn't realize that you got to add that clearance because I had hit it on my first drive, which was luckily nothing wasn't really damaged. It was just on a thing. So those are the things that you got to watch out for. Like I said, there's nobody helping me in this. I'm just
Okay.
going in with 2 feet, and I'm just like business school. I'm taking something up. And that's really, 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 really important. Just because you're a massage therapist doesn't mean you know crap diddly.
You are speaking the gospel there.
So like I said, it's a learning process. If somebody can help me, I'll be like, yeah, just guide me on the way. And I know I'm going to make a lot of mistakes here and there, but I'm going to keep pushing because I really want this to go ahead, and I want other people to do it too, just not in Orange County.
It's like move out of Orange County, do it somewhere else. So, yeah, I remember here. Oh, yeah, Orange County is a little different now. Okay, and in California as a state, as I recall, back when I was doing CEUs, coordinating them and teaching them in some respect, I remember that California was an interesting state. Just because of the different municipalities having different rules, and those were years ago. But it sounds like it's still. They still kind of have that. You might be in Sacramento and have one rules, or you might be all the way down to San Diego. You might even be just in the LA area, and the rules change in different towns, just in LA region. I'm like, oh my God, how do you even practice out there?
Yeah, that's another thing which I hope they change. I do try to speak to the lady up in Sacramento and email her because it's really hard for massage therapists. You're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. They want you to get a license in every city. I think it should just be a county or a state thing. We shouldn't have to pay for it because we're not making like oodles and oodles of money.
I know.
So that's another hoop that I got to jump through, which is I'm just like, whatever. Yeah.
You do what you got to do until you can do what you want to do, I guess.
Exactly. Exactly.
I want to do this, but I got to do something else, just to make it work. Now, had you ever, and I'm gonna put you on the spot now, because this I didn't say, but I bet you get nervous about it. Had you ever thought about helping and teaching other people how to be able to do exactly what you're doing? Probably not in Orange County, because it sounds like that's a challenge and a half. Have you ever thought about, helping someone say they're in North Carolina where I am, or even Georgia or Tennessee, Nebraska, or wherever we are, whatever state we're in? Had you ever considered that?
I do not mind helping other people because I'm not greedy. I think there's something for everybody out there, and I wouldn't mind helping somebody or showing them the ropes, showing them how to get there. I wouldn't mind. Because there's some places that I try to call or like email, but they never, call me back. I'm like, hey, I'm a massage therapist. I see that you have this. Can you tell me more about it? And they never emailed me back. Call back.
Equipment, or you mean like other massage therapists who are doing similar to you?
So there's a place that's out here that does mobile nail care, like the Airstream.
Right.
And she just do mobile nails. And I tried to call her and be like, hey, do you have a bathroom in yours? Because technically, if you do nail care and facials, you have to have a bathroom. So I was like, eventually I'm going to do that down the line, but it took up more of my space. And I was like, do I really need a bathroom? Do I not? She didn't want to give me no more information. I'm just like, hey, can we sit down? Because this is what I'm trying to do. Can you give me the ropes? Nothing. I don't want to be like one of those people.
So she was kind of tight-lipped, didn't want to share, wanted to keep it all for yourself, even though California is one of the largest populous states in the union. It's like, that's a lot.
Yeah. And I was like, well, maybe she was busy or probably didn't read through her email. And I was just like, whatever, I'm not going to keep emailing you if you don't want to answer.
Exactly. Now, do you take your trailer, to like to massage conventions and stuff like that, kind of give people a kind of a touchy-feely kind of thing, or you literally just started it enough that I'm just trying to figure out how to make it work within my locale?
Just started. I think the first time I talked to you, probably a week or two later, that's when I did my first health fair. And probably a week after that, I did my first actually paid event, and then the last couple of weeks, I ended up getting a freaking staph infection on my hand. So I was, I was off of work. So now I have to go back and try to get my name out there and go to corporate offices. I haven't seen any massage conventions out here.
Hmm. And I've noticed that because I've noticed like AMTA conventions tend to stick, strange enough, on this side of the planet for some reason. I don't know why. I've seen them in Nashville. I can't remember what the next one is, but they seem to be
Yeah,
the
there
largest
are.
one. Yeah, and there's a couple of other ones. I think Canada has the I can't remember the name of it, but it's a big one coming up. So when I'm thinking of it, just within the states, you know, the AMTA has the bigger ones, but then Canada has a really big one. I think what kind of dwarfs the ones we do, but I don't know if you want to drag that sucker all the way up to Toronto.
Oh, I would have somebody else do it if it was worth my while. And just to get out somewhere, but I wouldn't dare drive it there.
Yeah, because you got to drive 55 miles an hour from California all the way to Toronto, unless it was like on the, even if it was on the West Coast, even if you went up to, up the West Coast of Canada, that's still a lot of miles up the state of California because you're at the southern portion of the state. So you got to go way up.
Yeah, I will have to hire somebody that likes driving really slow. I have no patience for that.
I'm gonna hire somebody to drive this sucker, but I am not doing it across this state. My friend.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I wanted to find out if someone, and I scrolled the website. How would you like people to reach out to you, to ask some questions? Because because this is an odd time of day. I normally don't do this, this time of day, but because most of us are working, and I'm glad you work out in your schedule because you're on 3 hours different than me. How would people reach out to you to either ask questions? Maybe you could kind of help them, give them some pointers, maybe even mentor them if this is something that is really near and dear to your heart, because it sounds like it's near and dear to your heart because now you have the physical product, but now you're looking for the business component of it. How would somebody reach out to you to collaborate, within, this environment?
They can either give me a call, text me, or at my email address. It's at Danielle at silver-liner.com, or my phone number at 949-6081, whichever is easier for them.
Exactly. And I'm currently scrolling across your website. So if someone wants to be able to, contact you, or for some reason they forgot what you just said, they can either go to your website, look at it. And it's a beautifully designed website, by the way. And then I wanted to ask a question, but it's off topic a little. As I saw your Facebook, sort of when somebody goes to it, ask you a question, do you want to, connect, or you want to like us on Facebook? How did you incorporate that one? Because that was unique.
Where on my
Well,
on my
if you
website?
go to your if you go to your website and ask you a question like, would you like to connect on Facebook or something like that, sort of like a pop-up.
Oh,
but you didn't even know
through,
it.
You know what? It was through Wix. I tell you, they have all these different cool little apps that's on there. And I'm just now trying to, because people's like, it's very important for, Facebook and Instagram and reviews. So I'm getting a little bit more better with that. So yeah, it's just a little thing that you put in there, and then that's it. It took me a while to get that website to where it is today. It didn't always look like that.
I'm laughing because it sounds like with everything, it starts out one way and it takes a while to get to what you see today. But there are some things that you were developing it for a while, which most people don't see until they see it now. It's like, yeah, that's a wonderful website. Say well, you don't want to see it when it first came out.
You should have seen my first logo. It was just, I went to a Facebook page and I was like, let me see, because they're kind of brutal on there, but it's good, I was like, what do you guys think about this logo? Oh man, they ripped me a new one. So I just said, you know what, I need to change it, because when I step back and look, I was like, oh, okay, I see. So I changed it probably like 3 times. Thank you.
It's beautiful. I've noticed that. That there's some groups. I actually had to back out of one of them because they just got evil over there. And I was like, that's just, and again, it was like, man, you guys are like, just, I don't know. It was just a personal observation. And so I'm in more select groups nowadays. I'm trying to stay away from, no, our profession does have a lot of love and a lot of caring, but we have some interesting characters within our profession that it's like, dude, this is not really nice. So we're gonna leave it at that. So
yeah, got my feelings hurt a little bit, but I was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll just take it as is and keep on rolling.
Yeah, as we were talking to someone last night, business, and I think a lady by the name of Stacy, she runs a cleaning business out of Pennsylvania, and she was like, running a business, is not for wimps or something like that, something to that effect. So it sounds like about the same scenario with you taking it, but you got to keep it moving.
Yes, you got it's hard work. There's times where I'm like, you know what, I'm done. And it's like I can't even quit now. The hard part starts now.
That was hard. I thought that was hard. Well, thank you very much for taking time out of your schedule to educate us, to inform, and even inspire us to be able to move your profession, the profession that we all love, the craft that we all love, and be able to show it in a way that most people are not familiar with, and even give you some ideas to be able to do it. So is there any last, bits of advice or information you'd like to share before we close it out?
I just would tell people to do their research, do their business plan.
It sounds like there's more behind that one right there.
And, reach out to people like myself, or I see a few other people doing it, and see if they will share their ideas. That's the only thing I can say. And if you come up with something else, just let me know.
It's like, please do. Well, thank you again for being here today. And thank you as the guests who are here. Those of you who weren't able to get to the live, make sure you comment below. We're going to go ahead and share this in different places so that you can comment and ask Danielle, because then she can come back here and actually answer some of those. And maybe it'll inspire you and help you and to drive you to create a more harmonious and wonderful business than you currently have. Or even you go ahead and mentor other people so that they can do the same thing that you're doing, and maybe even one up you if that's appropriate. I'm kidding. You've got the best one. I cannot even try to fathom even trying to beat that. That was like, wow. So
I still try to Google and see if there's more out there, but it's not that many.
I've seen some, and I've seen some ugly ones, but yours to me is the gold standards. And like you said, you want to add more as time goes on, but I haven't seen too many other ones out there that really it's functional, because there's some that are just full of stuff, but yours is functional as well.
Thank you so much. That's really good to hear. Really good to hear.
Adding stuff doesn't necessarily mean it's an improvement. Sometimes it's just junk. It's like,
yeah, less is more.
Less is more, especially in our profession. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Safe travels wherever you are. If you are a viewer and you'd like to be featured on an interview like this, by all means, get in contact with me or Desiree Sawyer. She is the group leader, and she'll be able to give you the yay or nay. If you just want to get some ideas on creating or expanding your business from the collective group, there are people who are in California, some are in Colorado, some are in North Carolina, some are in Canada, who have collectively probably hundreds of years of combined knowledge in the area of healthcare, massage and wellness, but also marketing and business acumen. So if that's something that you're finding that you're a little weak on, by all means, get in contact with us and we'll be able to help you out. Thank you very much. Safe travels, Godspeed, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.